gaming some more of Elden Ring, and today I'm going to be showing you how to kill General Radhan, which is one of the hardest Elden Ring bosses in the game, pretty easily. You should probably be able to get it on your first try. So yeah, and it's really easy to get. All you really need is to have the Rotten Breath incantation, which is right here where I am right now, on how to get it. You do need like a dragon heart and stuff like that, but it is really easy to get. But yeah, and then if you want, you might want to include maybe a spell, maybe like have a high-powered staff and maybe like a spell to go along with it, but it's not really required for this to be easy. You really just need the Rotten Breath incantation. I have a whole video on it, and that will be in the link in the description below. Also, if you want to get some cool spells and stuff, or staffs that are really powerful, that'll also be linked in the description below. Um, and yeah, if you want dragon hearts to be able to get this Rotten Breath incantation, I also have a video on that on how to get. Last video I got a dragon heart, and I also have a whole video where I just get 5 dragon hearts from killing one dragon. And he doesn't even attack you, so yeah. Anyway, so back onto the topic of this video. Yeah, I just marked where we have to go on the map, where like the area is where General Radhan is. It's more of like a formal battle. It's not so much you just encounter him. He's more like a story boss. There's a bunch of these optional bosses that are kind of treated like a story boss. They're not just like there. There'll be like a whole cutscene for them and stuff. But yeah, once you get there, there'll be a site of grace, and then you can try to go over to this portal thing. Now, if you want to use the portal, you have to get both halves of the Dectus medallion. And I have a whole video on that, linked in the description below. And that'll allow you to go into the Altus Plateau, which is the third area in the game. Yeah, and if you try to just ride across this bridge to the destination, yeah, you're gonna get a lot of like these like fire meteor things, and you're gonna end up dying. So I recommend just take the portal. That's at least my advice. But yeah, I know I am playing on a different save file. I've been doing this for a few episodes. That's because my USB stick has made me it's just deleted some of the footage I've created, so just trying to get that back. I will be going back to my old save file once I've finished, doing all the stuff that my USB stick kind of deleted. But yeah, so yeah, once you get both halves of the Dectus medallions and go to Altus Plateau, you can now access this portal. And you can easily just access Redmane Castle now without going on that annoying bridge with all of those cannons. All of that. But yeah, so in here you're gonna be able to initiate the battle by talking to someone. This whole battle, there's a lot of like story and lore behind this. This entire boss battle, I really do like. I love how this boss battle was kind of designed and everything, and the story behind this boss, General Radhan. This really is a special battle, to me. But there's gonna be someone talking soon, so I'm gonna kind of be quiet. There we go. All right, this guy's talking, so I'm gonna be quiet for a little while.
The festival is nigh. General Radhan, mightiest demigod of the Shattering, awaits you. Champions, prepare for battle. Defeat the General, claim glory, and grab that great rune. A celebration of war. The Radhan Festival!
Are you good and prepared, young chum?
The festival begins.
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Before we begin, allow me to paint you the full picture. General Radhan is cursed ever to wander. Eaten from the inside by Melania's scarlet rot, his wits are long gone. Now he gathers the corpses of former friends and foes alike, gorging on them like a dog. howling at the sky.
But now, we must make merry. O gathering of champions, the revels begin. The celebration of war. The Radhan Festival!
Alright, and there we go. So yeah, this is like a festival where basically Radhan is suffering from scarlet rot.
General Radhan is divested of
Um,
the howling of the
but yes, he's suffering from scarlet rot, and he's just, it's making him go crazy. He's slowly dying. He's still able to hold up the stars from falling down and stuff, and still able to eat and function. I mean, not very well, but yeah. So they want him, instead of just dying from the scarlet rot, they want to have people battle him, and they want him to die in an honorable way. So that's why they're having this. They're hoping that one great brave warrior comes and slays General Radhan. That's kind of what we're here to do, and claim the great rune for ourselves. But yeah, this just battle, there's just so much story behind it. By the way, General Radhan, also you'll notice he has a very small horse, and he's so big. You're like, how is he able to ride on that tiny horse? And how is that not dead? Yeah. So that, like, he's actually able to float, and he's floating just slightly above that horse. It's just amazing how, like, he's even, like, he just loves his horse so much that he does that. And that's nice that he doesn't, like, eat his horse and stuff. Because, I mean, that does show that he does have some emotion left and he's not totally crazy yet. But anyway, we're here to slay him. Enough with story. Yeah, and oh god. Oh, I'm almost dead. Okay. Yeah, I do want, I want to try to get this first try. I also want to kind of demonstrate how I barely have any health. My vigor level is 20, level 20, so I'm very low. I barely have any health, so I'm doing this on purpose, just so I can be an example to you, that you guys just be like, you know, if I can do this with barely any health, you can do this for sure. Yeah, so you're gonna be summoning in all these computer players. When there's these little glowing light thingies, yeah, you can summon another fighter, so that way you can kind of keep his attention off of you, because before he was kind of shooting all of these attacks at us and that are nearly killing us here. So yeah, you do want to be careful about that. Now you want to stay away. You want to just kind of summon in everyone, so that way he's not focused on you. Yeah, so I want to make sure I have my seal equipped. I want to be able to. You want to get close to him. What you want to do is shoot rotten breath at him. You want to do that, so when I get close to him, though, you don't want to focus. He's focusing on me, so I don't want to attack him right now. I might shoot a spell from far away or something. Maybe just do a little bit of temporary damage, but I don't want to do the rotten breath attack yet. I don't want him to be looking at me at all. I want to make it, or at least make it so he's just not attacking me right now. But yeah, that's why we have these computer players. That you could also bring in spirit summons if that helps. They'll probably die pretty quickly, but you could do your magic attacks. You just want to make sure he's not attacking you. I'm still not exactly 100% ready to go. I mean, now would be a good time. I kind of was casting my spells there, but yeah, you want to be okay. So now he's looking at me. I should attack him right there and then, but it's fine. So yeah, he's yeah, so I should have rotten breath ready with me. Yep, and then you want to be able to go up to him, and when you shoot the rotten breath at him, it'll do a lot of damage, and then after that he'll take damage every second. So he's focusing on another person. Okay, boom, shoot him with it. Okay, we hit him with the rotten breath. Now that we've hit him, he should be taking damage every second. Yep, he's taking damage every second. As you see on his health bar, a little just above the health bar, you'll see a number just getting higher and higher. That's the amount of damage he's taking. So he's just taking more and more damage. That number is going to continue to get higher and higher, because we've now inflicted Scarlet Rot on him, which he actually already had before we even inflicted that on him, since Melania, another demigod, or another god who's really powerful, probably the hardest boss in the game. Okay, yeah, that attack he just did, he just jumped, whenever he gets half health, so he was at half health just now. But when he gets that health, he jumps up in the air and he comes down with this big fiery blast. That's probably one of the coolest moments in gaming to me. Like that, you just have no idea what's going on when it just comes down. It's pretty amazing how he's already has Scarlet Rot from Melania, and he's not taking damage every second. It takes us to put Scarlet Rot on him to actually make him take continuous damage. It's just amazing. It just shows once again, like just how powerful he is. Remember, keep in mind, he's actually keeping the stars from falling down from the sky in currently right now. Like, it's just amazing. But yeah, I'm gonna go continue to shoot Ron Breath at him. Boom, that's once again another hit, and now he's gonna just keep on taking more and more damage. And yeah, if you're low on health, just kind of run away from him on your horse, and you can kind of drink some Crimson Tears if you want. Keep on summoning in those characters, because they're all gonna die pretty quickly if you're just not really doing anything. But he is taking continuous damage. Okay, alright, so the Scarlet Rot just wore off. As you can see, he's no longer taking continuous damage. So it wore off, but he's almost dead. So we're probably just gonna maybe just cast some spells at him or something, or let the other computer players attack him. Yeah, see, the fact that the creators of this game, From Software Games, the fact that they even put computer players in this battle that you can summon in is crazy, because this game is, you know, notorious for being hard. It's like the hardest game of 2022 or something, right? And the fact that they even thought about putting in a computer player, multiple computer players to assist you, just shows how hard this battle is supposed to be. Because even with this method I've done with the Rotten Breath, I still could not do this without the computer players. It's way harder. But yeah, anyway, he is now dead. You can do this yourself to easily beat one of the hardest bosses in the game. It makes this game seem easy, but yeah. So that's how to beat General Radhan pretty easily. Um, but yeah, now we get this nice cutscene of how now that he's dead, we can kind of see the stars finally fall back down, start moving again. Yeah. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, that's the stars opening up a little hole that we can eventually go in. We can go underground and go to Nokron, the Eternal City, where you can get a lot of cool stuff, become even more powerful, which will help in future bosses. There's going to be a really powerful spirit summon there, which is the Great Shield Soldiers, which I'm probably going to go and get that. That's what I mean, even though General Radhan is an optional boss fight, he's so worth getting, because after defeating him, you can go to the Round Table Hold, go to Twin Maiden, or I don't know what, it's not Twin Maiden Husk, but you can trade in his remembrance, and you can get like this really cool armor, these really powerful weapons, and you also access a whole new area. And also there is an area where there is like some a method to farm runes in that you can also do. That's another reason why I'm killing Radahn. So yeah, you might be wondering, like, why are you killing an optional boss on like your first playthrough? Like, this is a playthrough more like a guide playthrough of how to get through Elden Ring and to eventually finish it. Um, but yeah, I am doing this because there are a lot of benefits from killing him. Even though he is optional, I do recommend killing him, especially with this easy guide on how to easily kill General Radahn. Yeah, there's a little slide of grace here you can go ahead and get to, and then also you can talk to
The
Blythe
glory of the
here,
class
who's
is
one of the
shared
fighters.
by Radhan and you, and then a falling star, right before our eyes. I can't fathom how Radhan was holding back something of that scale. He was a living legend, if ever I saw one.
Alright, so
Well,
that's Blythe.
It's time I left. The wheel of fate has been set into motion. If it's on the cards, I'd be glad to meet again. You are a fine warrior.
Do you have any more
If it's on the
dialogue?
cards,
Okay.
you are a fine
Okay, no,
warrior.
he doesn't have anything. So yeah, that's Blythe, the half wolf. He's like, so he's in he's eventually you'll see him in like I believe it's Ronnie's quest line. I think he does have he's in another quest line. I think. But yeah, so he is there's a lot of lore behind him. He does have a pretty cool story. There's a lot of cool stuff about him. Um, so yeah, he's in other quest lines. Um, but yeah, so we will be seeing him again. I believe, yeah, he is. I think he does have. I don't know. I have to refresh my memory on some of the side quests in this game. Um, but yeah, I know he is like Ronnie's like servant and stuff. Ronnie the witch. Um, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, so next episode I'm actually going to be showing you how to do this easy rune farming method. Just farm tons of runes, with barely even having to do much, just kind of like standing still. So it's pretty easy. But yeah, that'll be in the next episode. Hope you enjoyed this video of how to easily defeat General Radhan. I hope you did enjoy the video. But before I end the video, I want to give a huge shout out to Mekails Unblocked Games. And he's really dedicated a lot to the channel. He has games like Cookie Clicker, Among Us, Flappy Bird, Ovo, and just so much more. There's a Google form that you can answer on the homepage where you can actually like ask for another game that you want on the Google site. So yeah, there's a lot to see on this Google site. I definitely recommend checking it out. Please like and subscribe this video, and subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell, and I'll see you later in the next episode of Elden Ring. And so maybe check out my other playthroughs on other games. So I will see you then. Goodbye.